Welcome to our college briefing show. Today, we're diving into some exciting stories from around the world. First up, a fascinating cultural export, a book about Guandan, a popular Chinese card game, has been accepted into top U.S. university libraries like Harvard and Yale. The game, which originated in Jiangsu and involves unique rules like throwing eggs, is celebrated for its cultural richness and even offers benefits like dementia prevention. Next, marine enthusiasts, rejoice. Off the coast of Australia, rare sightings of Risso's dolphins and spotted dolphins have provided valuable insights into these mysterious pelagic species, helping scientists better understand their behaviors and habitats. Finally, we turn to the BBC, where ongoing issues of gender inequality persist, especially for women over 60. Despite leadership changes, entrenched cultural biases continue to hinder gender equality on the network's screens. Please continue to watch for more details. The South China Morning Post highlights the cultural significance and international recognition of Guandan, a traditional Chinese card game akin to poker, which has been gaining global attention through the recent publication of The Essence of Guandan. This book, authored by Yuming Yang, an esteemed economics professor from Shanghai Jiaotong University, marks a significant milestone as it has been accepted into the libraries of prestigious institutions like Harvard and Yale. The game, originating in Huai'an in the 1960s, has captivated millions within China and has expanded its influence internationally, with an estimated 10 million fans abroad. Yu emphasizes that promoting Guandan globally is a form of cultural export, using a familiar format to showcase Chinese wisdom and entertainment. The game's appeal lies in its rules, strategic depth, and social aspect, making it accessible even without gambling, and Yu claims it can also serve as a tool to help prevent dementia among the elderly. Prominent figures, including China's Premier Li Chang and celebrities like Miao Weiping, have publicly expressed their enthusiasm for Guandan, which has become a symbol of modern Chinese cultural pride and social interaction. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post reports on the remarkable career trajectory of Xia Xian, a talented virologist who transitioned from UCLA to Wuhan University to lead groundbreaking research on highly pathogenic viruses. Xia's move signifies a strategic shift towards strengthening China's capabilities in understanding and combating deadly viruses. His work involves advanced structural biology techniques, such as cryo-electron microscopy and AI-driven modeling, which have already yielded significant scientific insights, including a detailed 3D map of the parasite responsible for sleeping sickness. Recognized with prestigious awards and funding, Xia's research aims to unravel the mechanisms of pathogen-host interactions and cellular morphogenesis, with the ultimate goal of developing innovative immunological strategies. His decision to leave the U.S. for China underscores the country's commitment to advancing its scientific frontiers, especially in the realm of biosafety and infectious disease research, as China bolsters its position in global health and biosecurity. The Nikkei Asia coverage reveals Singapore's ambitious initiative to transform its new Punggol campus into a living lab, a cutting-edge environment where real-world data from integrated energy, robotics, and cybersecurity systems are used for educational and industrial collaboration. The university's deployment of over 20,000 sensors and a microgrid powered by solar panels exemplifies Singapore's dedication to practical, industry-ready education. This innovative approach allows students to engage directly with authentic engineering systems, fostering hands-on learning and research that reflect real operational challenges. Major corporations like Hitachi and Hyundai are already planning to test their latest technologies on campus, from energy-efficient data centers to vehicle-to-grid charging systems, signaling a strategic effort to attract foreign investment and develop a highly skilled workforce in critical technological sectors. Prime Minister Lawrence Wong emphasizes the importance of rethinking economic strategies to stay competitive, with Singapore positioning itself as a hub for technological innovation and industry collaboration, ensuring its future resilience in a rapidly evolving global economy. The Independent vividly recounts the long-standing struggles of women at the BBC, highlighting a persistent gender imbalance and age discrimination that date back decades. The article details the author's personal experiences starting from the 1970s, where women faced stereotypes and barriers in journalism, such as being deemed unsuitable for hard news or international reporting. Despite legislative progress with the Sex Discrimination Act of 1975, institutional biases persisted, evident in the scarcity of women in senior roles and the prevalence of everyday sexism, including sexual harassment and class-based discrimination. The narrative emphasizes how these systemic issues have hampered women's advancement, with many women, including prominent figures like Fiona Chesterton, having to navigate a male-dominated environment that often sidelined their ambitions for top leadership roles. Even with recent promotions and the emergence of talented women, there remains a reluctance to appoint a woman as Director General, illustrating how deeply ingrained the gendered and ageist culture continues to be. Associated Press reports on the alarming targeting of Somali child care centers in the United States, where right-wing influencers and journalists have stoked fears and spread falsehoods about fraud within these immigrant-run facilities. The article paints a tense picture of Somali providers facing harassment, intimidation, and threats, as false accusations of subsidy fraud, disproved by inspections, fuel a climate of suspicion and hostility. The situation is exacerbated by the political rhetoric of former President Trump, who has repeatedly dehumanized Somali immigrants, linking them unjustly to criminal activity and fraud. This wave of misinformation has led to unannounced visits, police interventions, and legislative proposals to increase oversight, distracting from the critical issues of funding shortages and long waiting lists for child care programs. Advocates argue that these distractions undermine efforts to improve access to affordable childcare, emphasizing that the focus should remain on addressing systemic crises rather than succumbing to politically motivated scapegoating. South China Morning Post vividly describes Japan's strategic response to a sharp decline in Chinese tourists amid diplomatic tensions over Taiwan. Despite a significant drop in visitors from China, Japan's tourism industry demonstrates resilience by shifting its focus to other markets and benefiting from increased demand on its domestic routes. Japanese airlines have expanded flights to China, capitalizing on the reduced capacity of Chinese carriers, while overall visitor numbers in Japan remain relatively stable thanks to tourists from South Korea, Thailand, and other countries. The article highlights how Japan's economy is well positioned to withstand the fallout, with its tourism sector adapting swiftly to the changing landscape. Experts suggest that if the diplomatic dispute persists, the country might see a further pivot toward long-haul destinations, but the broader economic impact appears manageable, given Japan's diversified tourism sources and the relatively modest role of Chinese visitors compared to other nations. The Toronto Star vividly captures the ongoing struggle to preserve and promote Black history amidst a hostile political climate. Despite the centennial of Black History Month, advocates and scholars face unprecedented challenges, with the Trump administration's actions, dismantling exhibits on slavery and questioning the teaching of Black history, casting a chilling shadow. Yet, resilience shines through as civil rights organizations, artists, and educators rally to ensure that the true story of Black Americans continues to be told. Initiatives like a comprehensive curriculum developed by over 150 teachers and a compelling graphic novel about Juneteenth highlight a determined effort to educate young generations about their shared history, emphasizing the importance of facts rooted in primary sources and the power of storytelling to foster understanding and unity. Australian Broadcasting Corporation offers a glimpse into community-driven development on Adelaide University's McGill campus, where a delicate balance between progress and preservation is being struck. The plan to sell half of the campus for housing, retirement living, and aged care reflects a pragmatic response to housing shortages, especially with at least 20 of the 100 planned blocks designated for affordable homes. The decision, driven by political and community considerations, aims to retain open spaces around historic landmarks like Murray House, while accommodating the urgent need for more housing amid rising prices. The process underscores the importance of community consultation and strategic planning, with local voices advocating for green spaces and affordable living, illustrating how urban development can be navigated thoughtfully to serve both environmental and social needs. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation also highlights an extraordinary marine discovery that delights scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. Jody Lowe's experience of spotting rare dolphin species off Port Macquarie, 2 pods of Risso's dolphins and pantropical spotted dolphins, underscores the richness of Australia's deep waters. These sightings, captured through her expert photography, are invaluable to marine science, as data on these elusive creatures remains scarce. Scientists like Vanessa Parada emphasize that such encounters, often shared via social media, are crucial for building knowledge about species that inhabit the depths beyond our usual reach. These rare glimpses into the ocean's hidden biodiversity remind us of the vast, largely unexplored world beneath the waves and the importance of scientific vigilance in understanding and protecting marine ecosystems. The San Francisco Chronicle vividly recounts a heartfelt tribute to Alex Preddy, a 37-year-old Veterans Affairs nurse tragically shot by federal immigration agents in Minneapolis. Hundreds of local cyclists gathered at the Ferry Building, embarking on a symbolic ride through iconic city landmarks such as Golden Gate Park and Ocean Beach, joining thousands worldwide in solidarity. The ride was a powerful protest against the aggressive enforcement policies of the Trump administration, emphasizing the injustice of Pretty's death, captured on footage showing him being shot after filming officers and helping a bystander. Participants expressed outrage and grief, calling for accountability and an end to the violence inflicted by immigration enforcement agencies, with many sharing stories of how the incident had deeply affected their perception of justice and human rights. The Toronto Star offers a touching narrative about the healing power of horse therapy for children with disabilities in Taiwan. Hector Chen's daughter, Chen Yuqing, who has cerebral palsy, gleefully rides a horse for the first time, her face lighting up with pure joy. Her story underscores how animal-assisted therapy provides these children with comfort, companionship, and opportunities for growth, helping them overcome fears and develop new skills. Abigail Liu's daughter Aya, diagnosed with Angelman syndrome, has also experienced transformative benefits from weekly horse riding sessions, becoming more willing to explore and engage with her surroundings. The article highlights the gentle patience of trained horses and dedicated therapists, illustrating how this form of therapy creates a nurturing environment where children feel at ease, fostering emotional well-being and confidence in a way that words often cannot. The Toronto Star also reports on the recent Conservative political convention in Calgary, where Pierre Poilievre's leadership was solidified with overwhelming support. Delegates expressed optimism about the party's unity and readiness to challenge the Liberal government, with Poilievre emphasizing solutions to rising living costs and a vision of economic renewal. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith's enthusiastic endorsement reinforced the party's conservative stance, particularly criticizing Liberal policies and advocating for provincial rights. Despite internal debates on social issues, the convention showcased a unified front, with policy discussions focusing on justice, national sovereignty, and opposition to government-funded media like the CBC. Poilievre's strategic approach, including reforms to increase local riding autonomy and a focus on broad policy themes, signals a determined effort to position the Conservative Party as a formidable alternative in Canada's political landscape. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation vividly illustrates the viral phenomenon of the Chia Seed Challenge on social media, tracing its roots back to the Aztec diet and highlighting its recent surge through TikTok and other platforms. Despite the well-documented health benefits of chia seeds, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, high in dietary fiber, and a complete protein, experts caution against exaggerated claims and misinformation. Dietitians emphasize that soaking is not necessary to unlock nutritional benefits, and consuming dry seeds can pose choking hazards. As social media influencers and AI-generated videos proliferate, viewers are urged to verify claims through credible sources, recognizing that much of the content may be driven by the pursuit of clicks rather than scientific accuracy. The BBC offers a heartfelt exploration of family estrangement and the arduous journey toward reconciliation, focusing on Jordan Lux and her mother Dani Ackerman. After nearly 3 years of silence marked by hurtful misunderstandings and emotional wounds, their relationship begins to heal through therapy, honest conversations, and mutual self-awareness. Their story underscores the complex, often ambivalent nature of family breakups, sometimes necessary for well-being, and highlights the importance of boundaries, patience, and genuine self-examination in rebuilding trust. The narrative also touches on broader societal issues, such as the rising prevalence of estrangement, the stigma surrounding it, and the cautious optimism that reconciliation is possible when both parties are willing to confront their pasts. The South China Morning Post vividly depicts South Korea's deep-rooted obsession with academic pedigree, revealing how societal and economic pressures reinforce a rigid hierarchy based on university prestige. The dominance of Seoul-based Sky Universities has fostered a competitive, high-stakes environment that fuels chronic stress, private education spending, and mental health crises among youth. Despite recent reforms aimed at reducing discrimination in hiring, such as promoting skills over alma mater, deep structural issues persist, including the overemphasis on exam scores and the relegation of specialized institutions. The article underscores the cultural and systemic barriers that perpetuate inequality, calling for broader diversification of higher education and a shift toward valuing individual talents and competencies beyond traditional prestige. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.